All right, and we're back. This is episode 184. Almost forgot of the Taproom podcast, and I'm your host, Mike. Very special guest on the show today. I'm excited. It was with Kevin Wright of Firemaker Beer out in Atlanta, Georgia. He's the Beverage and Operations Director. Man, and it was really cool, like talking to him and because, I was asking him all the different beverages that they make, and it was just wild. I don't want to give anything away, but all the different, varieties of stuff that they make, it was really cool. And, the brewery's awesome out there in Atlanta. I wish I could have had more time to spend there. But yeah, if you're out in the Atlanta area, you got to go. You got to check it out. There, obviously, and then you got to go to Reformation. There's so many, there's such great beer out there. So you definitely got to check it out. But honestly, it was cool. Just, you guys know me. I love hearing the stories. I love hearing his story. So super stoked about that. For you guys to listen to it, it's a great time. We just jumped on a call on a Thursday and we made it happen. So it was great. I was really, really, really excited for you guys to listen to it. So what else we got this week? Man, what a great recording last week at Bear Trap. Man, it was a blast. I had so much fun. And Miguel, just want to say thank you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you letting me come down and hang out with you and have some beers. And you want to talk about a kick-ass place. I know I talked about it on the intro, but man, hearing his story too, it was a blast. I'm excited for you guys to hear that in a couple weeks. Yeah. So also, wanted to make sure that we do a plug for this. So Rio Hondo, if you're in the Southern California area, if you're in the Whittier, Pico Rivera, anywhere in SoCal, Pasadena, it's not far from you, the San Gabriel Valley, Orange County, and you've wanted to get into brewing, there is a brewing program at Rio Hondo Community College. So you definitely, and their last day to register is next Friday. So you got to do it. They have some great people working in that program. And it's just, I would love to, honestly, I was talking to Abraham of La Bodega, and I would wish I could do it. I'm thinking maybe I could do it in the next semester because I won't have to travel as much for work, but I would just miss too many classes right now with work the way it is. But yeah, that's the plan, for the future, man. And if you really want to do something, we talk about it all the time, right? We say, hey, just get out there and do it. Here's your opportunity. If you've ever thought about doing it, and even if you're just doing it for fun, you're just trying it to do it for fun. What if it ends up becoming, a hobby? What if it ends up becoming something you really love? And here's your chance. So again, next Friday is the last day to register. So definitely check that out. You can go to they also have an Instagram. So their Instagram is RHC_Roadrunner Brewing. So RHC_Roadrunner Brewing. So it's a Roadrunner Brewing at Rio Hondo College. Okay. So definitely go check it out. You can find the link. The link is in there as well to be able to sign up. So definitely get over there. If you're thinking about it, just give it a whirl. What do you have to lose, right? See, just a couple more things before we jump into the episode. On a sad note, Eureka Brewing is closing. That one hurts. That one hurts because, man, Wayfinder, they're West Coast Pills, and obviously just the people, the people there. Yeah, Phil, man, that sucks. And, when everything, just at their anniversary last year, and so for it to happen like that, or the way, for it to just have to close. But man, guys, that's why I say, get out there. I know times are tough, but man, these small businesses need you now more than ever, especially during this time. So get out there and support, man, when you get a chance. And Phil, I hope I can have a beer with you soon, man. Another one, it's not closing. They just closed that particular tap room because they're opening up their own. A new one was Unsung. I got to go see Mike, who's, honestly, that dude means so much to me. And I love that tap room. It's just, Mike gave me my start there. He didn't have to say yes when I reached out, when I first started doing the tap room, changing it from taps and tailgates. He didn't have to say yeah. He didn't have to say, come down, man. Yeah, let's have a beer together. And I remember being so nervous interviewing him, and because I remember thinking, man, Unsung, how cool is this going to be? And it was everything I wanted it to be and more. obviously it's a kick-ass tap room, but the person is the person behind it, with the ideas behind it, and it was a blast. So just can't wait to see the new spot. But again, it's seeing the Anaheim tap room closing was it was a little rough. I was like in my fields yesterday, sitting there. But also Luis came down and Senior came down and Buds, Brews and Brews, Dez and Mary were there. So I got to, hang out with them for a little bit and got to talk to Mike. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the new tap room, but I will miss the Anaheim tap room for sure. All right. Before we jump into the episode, if you'd like to support the show, you can. There's a couple of ways you could do that. You could go to whatever you're listening on, whether it's Apple, Spotify, Prime, YouTube, or anything like that. You could give a 5-star review. Again, it does help put more eyeballs in front of the show, the more ratings that we have. So I appreciate that. I think we're up to 114 5-star reviews. So if you're listening for the first time and you're listening on Spotify or Apple, on Apple, you have to scroll all the way down. I wish it was at the top, like it is on Spotify. But on Apple, if you scroll all the way down, you can also write a review if you wanted to as well. Let's see. And another way you can support the show, if you've ever thought about starting your own podcast and thinking, again, like we mentioned earlier with the Roadrunner, with the Rio Hondo Brewing Program, if you've ever thought about doing something like starting your own podcast and wanting to get out there, you have no excuse now. It's so cheap. You could buy lapel mics. You don't need a laptop. You can record them on your phone and upload it directly to Podbean, who distributes my podcast, and that sponsors the show. With that, you can use my link. It's podbean.com/taproompod. Again, that's podbean.com/taproompod, and you get 1 month free. So what do you have to lose? Just give it a shot. If it's something you're passionate about, it's something you've been thinking about. It doesn't have to be every week. It doesn't have to. It could be once a month. You could do your own show once a month. So give it a shot. All right? Yeah. I think that's all I got for this week. Again, but that link is podbean.com/taproompod. All right. Let's jump into the episode because I'm tired. Got a Keg Kickers event today. Yeah, a little hungover. Just a smidge hungover. All right. Well, hope you guys enjoy the episode with Kevin Wright. Stay tuned for the outro. Cheers. All right, guys, we're back in the tap room, and I'm your host, Mike, and I have a very special guest on the show today. I have Kevin Wright of Firemaker Beer out in Atlanta. Really, is it a suburb of Atlanta, or is it in the hub?
No, we're in Atlanta downtown. Really proper. Our neighborhood is Upper West Side of Atlanta.
Okay,
but we're 5 minutes from Mercedes-Benz Stadium, just down the street from it. Really,
wow.
10 minutes from the Brave Stadium up at Truist Park. So we're right in the center of things, really.
Love it. And you're the Beverages and Operations Director of the brewery. So that's pretty. You're important, man. You're an important guy out there.
I don't like to put it that way, but I take care of all operations. I started out as head brewer and then kind of really just did a name change because we make so much more stuff than beer nowadays.
Yeah.
That just being a director of beverages sounded a little bit more, fitting for everything that we do.
I love it, man. That's cool. So I know because how long has Firemaker been around?
We opened in 2020. We opened our taproom doors a week before COVID shutdowns came out.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that like during that? Because I know what it was like out here, but what was COVID like for you guys over there? Because I know it was maybe different in different states, or what it kind of looked like.
So I've only heard stories. I have not been here since day one at Firemaker. Okay. I joined the team 5 years ago, almost exactly. I think July 26th is my anniversary or something like that.
Okay.
So I came in about a year and a half after we opened, and COVID was kind of already on the downside. I came July 2021, but I was in Chicago at the time when COVID hit at a contract brewery there.
Okay.
And really we were business as usual there because we weren't much of a tap room, more of a production facility.
Oh.
So, and we were essential workers, got to keep the alcohol going.
And you know it. Yeah.
So, I really only had to deal with it in Chicago, which was, my life didn't change a whole lot, honestly, and still just go to work every day and do the same thing.
There it is. So, you mentioned Chicago, but how did you get started in craft beer? Tell me about your journey, man.
Oh man, it was a very organic journey, which is really nice. Got into craft beer here in Georgia because I did grow up just south of Atlanta in a place called Peachtree City, and went to college out in kind of middle of Georgia area. And senior year of college, I got really into drinking craft beer once I could buy my own beer illegally. I just went to a liquor store and looked at cool labels and stuff that
Yeah.
just looked interesting to me. I had no idea what it was and just got into it through that. And then I ended up dropping out of college after my senior year, just wasn't for me, trying to kind of figure out my life. And I moved out to Oregon where my dad lived at the time. And he owned a winery
Okay.
and kind of worked with him a little bit in the winery, just get my feet back on the ground. But I moved to Portland, Oregon, which is Beervana, especially for
Yeah.
2011. This was when it was the place to be for beer,
100%.
and got even more into it since I was living there, and it was just obsessed with it. And had a couple connections to some brewers through my dad's connections, and able to get a job that I had no experience for,
Okay.
scrubbing floors and just being a janitor at a big craft brewery, and worked
Wow.
up from there.
That's awesome. And then from there, where'd you go?
So my first job was Widmer Brothers Brewing in Portland, Oregon. That was a nationally distributed brand back then.
Yeah.
We were also brewing for Red Hook and Kona right when I came on
Oh,
board. And then after about 3.5 years at that Portland facility, I transferred within the company to Kona, Hawaii, and was brewing at the Kona facility on island.
wow.
I
What was
did
that
that for
like?
4 years. Oh,
The dream?
awesome. I mean, yeah, the company paid for me to move out there. I was 26, and
Wow.
it was the dream. It's exactly what you think it would be, just brewing beer and going to the beach afterwards. Like, it was awesome.
Oh man, that's so cool. Like
And
yeah, I couldn't have think of a better, a better job
yeah,
right
it's
there.
perfect age, perfect job, perfect location. It was everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then, career growth opportunities are a little bit limited out there.
Yeah, of
Uh,
course.
and so, I wanted to push further in my career and move up. And so ended up coming back to mainland where I went to Chicago straight from Hawaii. So that was a fun
Oh
transition.
yeah, I bet.
And yeah, ended up working for a contract brewing facility there for about 3 years where I was the head brewer. And my main job there was onboarding our clients. So they would give me their recipes and be like, how do we do it at your place? And I would
Yeah.
convert all their stuff and talk them through process changes that maybe they did at their place that we can't do here. And then, yeah, after about 3 years there, my ex-wife or my wife at the time, now ex, we wanted to move back, buy a house, and my family is all here. So, moved back down 5 years ago.
Okay. Love it.
That's
And
my journey in a nutshell.
I love it, man. And so once you when you guys moved back, were you like looking in the industry right away, or did you already kind of have it lined up before you came back?
So I had it lined up,
Okay.
and it actually happened super fast here at Firemaker. We had the conversation and made the decision that we wanted to move, and she could work from home anywhere, so it was really up to me. And so I just started putting out feelers, and we're like, "Oh, we'll move whenever something hits."
Mm-hmm.
And applied here at Firemaker because I had the head brewer job open, and I think from I putting in the application to being down here working, I think it was maybe 3 weeks.
Wow.
Maybe a month. Elliot, our owner, flew me down, I think after the first interview to, like, meet everybody,
Okay.
and then we had a second phone interview after that, and he was like, "We need you, come on down." And my
Yeah.
mom lives 2 minutes from the brewery, so I just moved down and stayed with her for a month until my wife moved down, and it was super easy, it just worked out perfectly.
That's great, man. I love it. And because I've only been to Georgia a couple times, but every time I go, I'll find a brewery or find a new place to check out. There's so many great little because I know there's Canton, there's Woodstock, there's Roswell, and all these
Yeah.
really cool obviously downtown Atlanta, but there's so many cool little hubs of craft beer, and to me it's you can go anywhere in the country and find great beer. But what do you think that about Atlanta that just makes the craft beer scene just so as amazing as it is?
I think that it's really a little bit, I mean, not so much now, but really, really when I moved back, it felt so much newer than other places in the country I had been to.
Okay.
Being in Portland, everyone loved craft beer
Mm-hmm.
already. Like, I didn't have to teach anyone about craft beer
Yeah.
when I got there. And interestingly enough, Kona is such a mainstay in Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
and even on that small island and small town, that everyone already was inundated with craft beer because they got
Yeah.
great local Kona craft beer all the time. And Chicago is obviously, a very a great beer state. So coming down here, always it seemed like you're a couple years behind the trends, but
Okay.
everyone's got that level of excitement of a new trend.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's kind of where it is. That there's just the excitement. It's a couple years behind, but just as high as everywhere else. And that's kind of been the fun part for me coming back to Atlanta after being gone for, I think I left for about 11 or 12 years.
Okay.
And when I left, there wasn't Atlanta craft beer. There wasn't Georgia craft beer. It's Terrapin, Sweetwater, and I had vaguely heard of Red Brick.
Okay.
But that's all I knew of when I moved away. And then when I came back, it was like, oh, here's 50 places you need to go.
Yeah. I bet. I mean, but that's great because, and I was curious too. Well, I mean, I'm always curious about any different area because, I mean, like out here, I feel like hazies and West Coast are like reign supreme probably out here. Do you notice a similar trend out there, or like what styles, like at least even in Firemaker, what styles do you see get consumed the most?
You'll never beat IPA. I mean, any style, West Coast, hazy, session, whatever way you want to make it. I don't think you'll ever beat IPA. I'm super happy to hear and see that West Coast is coming back a little more aggressive. People in the bar are asking for it. I'm making a West Coast next week to fit that. I love West Coast so much. New England's and hazies, they have their spots and, they're fun, but West Coast to me is pure IPA right there.
Oh, yeah.
But other than after that, though, really lagers,
Okay.
Easy drinking, full flavored beers that you can drink 5 or 6 of without, getting smashed.
Oh, yeah.
I think those are the two main categories, IPA and those easy, full flavored lagers.
Oh, yeah. I love it. Like the West Coast Pilsners, have you guys seen, like, been making any of those out there? Have you seen more breweries make those out there?
We made one about a year and a half ago that I absolutely loved.
Yeah.
And it was actually one of my other brewers who's not with us anymore who came up with that one. And it was great. And that kind of turned me on to West Coast Pilsners. And unfortunately, I don't go out and about a lot and go to bars and drink a bunch of random beers. I've had that phase of my life for sure. Now I mostly just drink my beer because it's exactly what I want.
100%.
But yeah, I can't say I've seen a lot of like West Coast Pilsners out there. I don't, from what I've seen. But like I said, I'm not a good gauge on what's out in the market these days.
Oh, no, yeah. I was just curious because there's always because I mean, I love that style. I love it out here. And it's like, there's a lot of great breweries that make it. But I'm always like, anytime I travel somewhere, they're like, oh, this is kind of like, well, I was talking to a friend. This was a couple years ago when I first started the show, named Kate. And she's out in Montana, and they were talking about the styles, and she was like, it's Scotch ales out here. Everybody loves Scotch ales. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, that was like, not necessarily like my kind of style. I mean, I prefer like the danky West Coast and stuff like that, which is, you're starting to see that come back, which is great. But you talked about like not being out and about as often, but do you have like a favorite local spot? Like, or do you guys offer food in Firemaker?
Yeah, we do have food now. We have a food truck. And we actually just opened a second location as well, and kind of about an hour away from Atlanta. That's mainly a full restaurant. Just, also has our beer. It's not, it's not the beer centric, it's restaurant centric. But favorite spots, definitely. There's another brewery down the street from us called Bold Monk Brewing, and they specialize in Belgian stuff. And it is really, really good beers. If I'm going to go to a bar and I'm looking for good beers, Brick Store Pub, it's in Decatur, which is about 25 minutes out from Atlanta. It's a little bit of a drive, but it is. I actually went there for the first time about a month ago, and it's the best vintage cellar beer menu I think I've seen in the country in 15 years of paying attention to beer. I had to ask. I got to 3 different menus when I was like asking for stuff.
Wow.
I was like, oh, do you guys have this? Do you have this? And like, no, but here, that's actually kind of, we don't normally have that. Here's the other menu of the cellar stuff we carry. And I went through that and I was like, oh, okay, can I get this? And they're like, no, we don't have that one. We don't have that one. But this is like the cellar menu if you really want to look at that. And I was like, oh my God, we're getting menus deep. And they had, I mean, I had a couple, I think I had an 18-year-old Oud Goose from Boone.
Wow.
I had it was a 9 or 8-year-old Trey Fontaine's Oud Goose.
That's wild.
They had everything. you can get any beer from 30 years ago to now that you wanted that's worth aging,
Dang.
It's the place to be. It's an amazing beer bar.
Okay. I love that. Yeah, you definitely have to check that out. This next segment I always like to call the 4-pack. So it's 4 questions. What's one of your beers that's always in your fridge because you're always restocking it?
Always in my home fridge. It's got to be one of our distributed beers. That's not taproom only. So it's got to be our Mexican lager. It's called Uno Mas. Pretty straight up Mexican lager. I'm a keep it simple kind of brewer. I like minimum ingredients. I like altering the process to change the ingredients rather than putting in an ingredient to give me my flavor as much as I can.
Yeah.
And so it's a pretty easy malt bill. It's Motueka on the hop, so you get a nice little bit of lime in the back there from the hop character. Just kind of go with a Mexican lager vibe. And it's just, easy drinking, ton of flavor, 4.5%, great home drinking beer, watching sports, all that kind of vibe.
Love it. Can't go wrong with that, man. Now, if you weren't in beer, what do you think you'd be doing?
Ooh, what I want to be doing would be playing golf.
But, there you go.
What do I think I would be doing? I think I would have really enjoyed being in the trades, plumbing, electrical, just something, just figuring out, installing stuff, working with my hands.
Yeah.
I don't like being at a desk. I do like making something or fixing something, So probably something like that. I definitely wouldn't be a businessman or anything.
Okay. No, nothing wrong with that. I mean, I love, when I was a kid, it was always Blockbuster. I just wanted to work at Blockbuster as a kid,
I mean, if I could be a front man for a metal band, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Oh, there you go.
But I don't have the pipes for that.
Did you ever play in a band? Were you a musician at all, or?
No, I did some stuff in middle school and high school, but that was because our parents always forced us to play an instrument for at least all of middle school, and then you get to make the choice in high school whether you wanted to continue it or not, which at the time sucked, but as an adult, I very much appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I don't play anything, but I just love music. It's probably my second most important hobby. I listen to music all day, every day, and yeah.
I love it, because I'm going to ask you later about what you're listening to when you're in the brew house, so I'll get you. We'll get there. For sure. Question 3 is, you get to collab with any brewery in the world. Who is it, and what style would you make?
Ooh, it's a great question.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of lambics and gooses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I don't know if I have the patience to make beers like that you got to wait 3 years to blend and all that kind of stuff. So it would have to be, honestly, probably I'm going to go with Zam Udiga, which is an alt brewery in Germany, one of the most well-known and historical alt brewers. And alt is just a top 3 favorite style for me. My first brewery at Widmer Brothers, that was their first beer they ever made before the Hefeweizen got big. And they always had the alt on tap in their tap rooms. And to me, it's just the perfect beer style. It's the perfect balance.
Mm-hmm.
And I always keep one on tap here at our brewery.
Okay.
Just as it's something I believe in. And I would love to see how they do it, and just get it from the masters. It's just, I'd probably go with that.
Okay. I love it. The last one is, what's a guilty pleasure that you secretly or not so secretly love?
In beer or just in general?
Or just in life, yeah. Could be a TV show that maybe nobody knows you watch, or
it's definitely, this is definitely not secretive. I'll let anyone know who asks, but it's definitely in the music world. I really enjoy late 90s, early 2000s solo female acoustic artists. Fiona Apple, Sarah McLachlan, Alanis Morissette, all those people. They're great songwriters, lyrically really deep, really good music.
Yeah.
And no one should be ashamed to listen to that stuff, in my opinion.
There you go. Like it. We can't go wrong with that, brother. Next question. So I was curious, because I feel like Firemaker, the brand, continues to grow and grow, and you guys are making the different beverages now. What other beverages are you making?
At this point, we'll make anything.
Okay.
But our main beverages that we're really putting out now are beer, cider. We were making THC beverages. Laws changing. We're stopping that now, so that's not happening anymore. But we were doing that. We make non-alcoholic flavored waters, like LaCroix kind of style.
Oh, okay.
current project that's giving me the most headaches and working through right now is a protein water.
Wow.
So it's got like, ours has 10 grams of protein in it, low calories, really easy drinking. Basically, it's LaCroix with protein in it.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
We've got a Radler going on right now, like a little lemonade,
I
beer
love it.
combo.
Yeah.
For Oktoberfest season coming up. We actually just got on contract with a client where we're making a fruited sparkling water. So it's like sparkling water, but with real fruit puree in it, which should be pretty interesting. Got a guy and another client that we're talking to. Probably got an energy drink coming out pretty soon.
Oh, dang.
So yeah, I mean, really everything.
Dude, I love that. And I love the creativity behind it because I hate just being complacent and not like, cause you have to like continue to grow and learn every day. But like,
especially nowadays.
Exactly. And even with that creativity, like, how do you balance the creative part and then also the consistency part? Because it's a lot, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. We're probably putting out 30 SKUs out of this facility right now.
Wow.
All sorts of different stuff. Some of the stuff has to be pasteurized and, sent off to labs and made sure everything is biologically safe and good to send out to the public. Other things with beer, don't have to worry about that at all. Basically do whatever you want. So it's tough. Really a lot of benchtop trials on stuff. Generally, everything is scaled like twice. I'll do a benchtop like 117 milliliter sample, basically my normal, like, you want a new product? Let me see what I can do, in this tiny sample. And then if that works out, then I'm at like a liter or 2 liters of a sample, trying to figure it out. And then once we get to that, then I have a good idea of how the ingredients are going to mix or not mix, or how I need to process them, or do I need to adjust pH before I mix, or what order do I need to mix them in? All sorts of weird stuff. And then I can normally scale it up to like 10 barrels, 20 barrels at that point and get going on it pretty easy. But yeah, consistency is just measuring SOPs and just making sure you're writing everything down as much as you can. It's tough though, for sure.
Yeah, and do you guys have like a pilot system as well, like just to kind of like so you can kind of throw
so we
some
have a
stuff
2.5 barrel system that used to be in this location. That system is now in the second location in the suburbs that we use for pretty sparingly. Now our tap rooms have gotten big enough, and our distributors are willing to take our small batch stuff normally in high enough volumes that we can do at worst a half size batch on our full system and still get it fully sold out before we run into any issues. So we've gotten to a point now where luckily we don't have to go to the pilot system too often.
Okay.
Unless I'm doing something really new beer wise that I haven't done before, which, I mean, it surely happens from time to time, but I've been doing this 15 plus years now.
Yeah.
And from big corporate national to tiny local. So there's not too much I haven't messed with yet.
Oh, I bet. And even for, because I know Kona, obviously they're just like, they're pushing out the beer. Like, and it's always, I love Kona. Like I'll still drink it. But did they ever have like a thing where like, hey, let's make this like one off? But I know it's like, well, maybe like in a local tap room or something.
So the local tap room was amazing for one-off random beers. So in Kona itself at the tap room, I was there for 4 years. For 2 of those years, I was the firkin master.
Okay.
And 2 Fridays a month, we would have a new firkin and bring it out at 5:00 on Friday, tap it up in front of the whole bar. And, that bar is always fully packed. I don't think it was ever not busy at that bar.
I love it.
And we just have a random new firkin every 2 weeks.
Okay.
On top of that, there was also, longboard, big wave, castaway, and the Cocoa Brown. Like those 4 were like the big ones for Kona, especially when I was out there.
Yeah.
So that only takes up 4 taps, and we had 12 other taps there.
Yeah.
So there's an island only German Hefeweizen that is like just to a T, classic German Hefeweizen, nothing weird about it. That's awesome. There's a local IPA called Kula Bay IPA that's island only that the locals are insane about. I mean, you sell more of that than Castaway, more of that than Big Wave.
Wow.
They're just tons of local only stuff. There's a lemongrass ginger wheat that we did island only. That is amazing. That's all local lemongrass, all local gingerbread or ginger that's like hand chopped up.
Wow.
Lots of really good beer on the island, taproom only.
Okay, man. I'm gonna have to go back because I haven't been in forever, so I'm gonna need to try all that.
Yeah, lots of good beers on island.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite styles to brew?
Just physically brewing them?
Oh, just like, like I really like you love that or that and like what you love, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a difference between physically brewing it and being happy drinking it afterwards.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Things I like to brew, I really like brewing lagers.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of, like I kind of said earlier, letting the ingredients speak for themselves, and letting your processes dictate how those ingredients taste. And lager does that, I believe, more than anything. And you can't hide behind anything in a lager. If you mess it up, everyone's going to know it.
Oh, yeah.
And so, it's the purest form of brewing. Purist, I mean, brew however you want. I'm not going to bash anybody for doing what they do. But, I like things simple. Lagers are simple. I like things that are the intricacies and the details, not in the big picture of it. And that's where it's all about with lagers. So really any type of lager I'm really into. Dark lagers especially. Schwartz beers.
Oh, yeah.
Oktoberfest, Dunkel, stuff like that are a blast.
Yeah. I wish more people were open to Schwartz beer, but they see like the black beer and they're like, no. Like, it's so light.
Yeah, that's the thing that gets me with dark beers. People say, I just don't like dark beers. And I'm like, what kind of statement is that?
Yeah.
That's like being like, I don't like the states west of the Mississippi. Like, have you been to all of them? Have you tried them all? Maybe one of those cultures is for you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I just wish like even like stouts. I mean, because I feel like even Guinness, like way back, like I'd be drinking a Guinness, like, oh, that looks like motor oil, but it's like super light. It's like
it's the lightest beer. It's low calorie. It's low ABV. It's low body. Like nothing about Guinness is heavy.
Yeah, it's so easy to drink, and sometimes people they think it's like motor oil, but
consumer education is a tough aspect.
It
of
is
the business.
It's so important. And
from the consumer side, which obviously that's their side, I don't blame them. But like I don't think consumers realize that we have to think about how you guys are thinking and drinking, not just what we think.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm sure like with your job, like maybe like at a certain time you worked like in a tap, like, well, while you were brewing, maybe did you also work as a beer tender too? And did you ever get to like kind of listen to that feedback when they didn't know you were the brewer?
So I never worked as a beer tender, but when I first moved to Kona for the first year and a half, I was doing brewery tours on the weekends, just on the side. I was really, really obsessed with beer when I moved to Kona. And all I ever wanted to do was talk about beer every minute of my day. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll do tours on the weekends. Why not? So that was great because I really got to get that direct interaction with people. And, we would do tastings on our tours and, I'll guide them through the tastings. And then you just hear completely random stuff coming back from the consumers.
Yeah.
And it really makes you understand and realize like, no matter how much science and effort and picking the right ingredients to have this exact flavor goes into it, the consumer's going to taste whatever they taste. And there's nothing you can do about it.
100%. Yeah.
And that helped me a lot to not also like, freak out or get anxiety about what people are saying about beers I make.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do about other people's reviews. I'm going to make it the best I can and what I think is good. And definitely with the consumer in mind, wanting them to think it's good. But, I'm going to do my best and it is what it is.
Oh, yeah. Well, this isn't something that I sent you, but it was just thinking about like what's one of the more unique like ingredients you've ever thrown in a beer?
Man, definitely would have been in my Kona days. We worked with a lot of fun local stuff. So we did Jabota Kaba into a stout one year, which if you don't know what that fruit is, it grows on the bark of trees. It kind of looks like grapes, but just like grows on the bark.
Yeah.
It's a weird fruit. We used that. We did a lychee lager as well in Kona.
Okay.
Which lychee looks like a gumball. Like really spiky all over it. And it's got a pit in the middle. a pretty good sized seed in the middle of it. And we had to individually tear the outer spiky shell off, cut open the meat of the fruit, and pull out the pit for like 200 pounds of this stuff for this beer. And, each lychee probably weighs quarter of a pound or something like that, weighs nothing. And it was a week-long process, and we just had boxes set out. And if you were an employee, a bartender, busboy, brewer, management, whatever, if you walked by that box, you had to peel like 20 lychee before you were allowed to walk past it. Like, it was just a company effort to get all this stuff peeled.
Oh, wow.
We actually caught and harvested yeast off of one of the volcanoes on island.
Wow.
Propagated that and pitched that into a beer, which was really cool. And we also smoked our own malt once.
Okay.
We just got some basic 2-row, I can't remember if it was Country Malt or Raw or whoever it was, but a big supplier. And got local Kiave wood, which is a local only tree, and smoked it with that just on like your basic backyard smoker.
Wow.
Like 20 pounds of malt at a time. That was miserable. But really fun.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So definitely probably those things. Those are more of the fun stuff I've worked with.
All right. Yeah, as long as you didn't say poi, we're good.
Yeah, definitely did not do poi.
Dude, that stuff, like, because my grandma is from there and my mom was born there.
So, awesome.
Yeah, like, I have had to eat it. I've tried it. It's not for me. But, like one of the stuff that I always ate as a kid was like lihi moi. Like, I could eat lihi moi all day, like the dried plums and stuff.
Oh, yeah. So good.
So good. Made my mouth water a little bit.
Like, biggest thing I remember food-wise from Hawaii days is just Sunday morning, walking like 2 blocks to the farmer's market that was right on the ocean.
Yeah.
And I would just grab like a loaf of local bread, couple of dragon fruit, couple star fruit, couple papayas, couple mangoes, and then just like make some toast, cut open all the fruit with the local bread, local fruit, and it was like the best breakfast of all time. Just eating all that stuff every weekend. So great.
Oh, yeah. So it would always be like Spam and eggs for me.
I'm a huge Spam fan.
Oh, same. Yeah. Spam and eggs and rice. Oh, yeah.
I make a mean Spam musubi, I must say.
Okay.
And I was vegetarian for about 5 years after I left Hawaii.
Okay.
And I learned to make a pretty mean tofu Spam musubi as well.
Oh, all right.
That was pretty good. But yeah, not Spam mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Spam eggs and rice. And I used to do a Spam, it's an Italian pasta just with eggs and cheese and bacon normally. What's it called?
Which one?
It's eggs, cheese, and like bacon.
Carbonara.
Yeah, I used to do just Spam carbonara instead of getting bacon and whatnot.
I make carbonara all the time. Oh, not all the time, but like pretty frequently. And I've never thought to do that.
Yeah, just cut the Spam up really small, so like the cubes are like this big, and then just fry the hell out of it so it's really crispy.
Oh, okay.
It's so good. And then just make your carbonara like normal.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to try it on Monday.
Instead of wasting the money on prosciutto or something.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, save me some money there. Oh, love it, man.
Portuguese sausage. That's what I miss.
Yeah, Portuguese sausage and egg.
Much. Portuguese sausage is so good.
Yeah, put that in a burrito. We're golden.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
All day.
Love it. Next one I want to ask you. So this one's called situational beers. So it's like, what beer style would you have doing this activity? So it's like pool/beach beer, and then shower beer, golf course beer, which I'm sure you'll love, concert beer, and airport beer.
Okay. I feel like, so we'll start with pool beer. My opinion, pool beer, you got to have some acidity.
Okay.
You need something sour, something to brighten it up a little bit more. Big fan of Goza for a pool beer.
Okay.
A little bit of salt is nice too. The first one that comes in mind is Dogfish Head Sequench Ale.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great pool beer. You're roasting hot. That beer hits perfect. So we're at pool beer first. What was our next one?
Shower beer.
Shower beer. That's definitely full. No, because shower beers are normally pre-going out beers.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking IPA for there.
Okay.
Some classic West Coast, any West Coast IPA you're choosing, shower beer.
Okay. And how about golf course beer?
Golf course beer, obviously light and easy. We make a specific golf course beer. I don't know how much you've looked into us, but we're partners with the PGA officially.
Oh, okay. Dude, that's awesome.
That's their old logo. So they have a new logo now, but we make a beer called Calamity Jane, which is the name of Bobby Jones's putter. Bobby Jones being one of the biggest historical golf figures. So we're the official craft beer partner of the PGA of Georgia, the PGA of North and South Carolina.
Wow.
The PGA of North Florida and South Florida. So kind of this whole Southeast area, we're the official craft beer sponsor. So any of their local events they do, we're always there giving out beers and promoting. And they help put our beers into golf courses and say, hey, they get a kickback for every case that we sell towards their nonprofit.
Wow.
So it's good for them to help place us into golf courses. And, we get extra exposure. So it's a great partnership that we have. I love golf. I'm golf obsessed. Our owners are golf obsessed.
Love it.
So it works out really nicely. So that's definitely the one I'm going to have to say is, Calamity Jane. It's a 4.2%. It's a craft Mick Ultra, basically, is what we were going for.
Yeah.
Make it kind of in a fun way because we use an ale yeast on it instead of a lager yeast.
Oh.
But ferment it quite low temperature. And we also use an enzyme to help dry it out to get it as dry as possible. So we can make it quickly and give you that same lager feel.
Okay.
So that's pretty fun. And yeah, I mean, it's made to drink 12 of them on the golf course. It's awesome.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, you got to be crushing them on the course, right?
Yeah.
By the time you get to 18, you should be a little, a little tough.
Golf, shower, concert. That was one of them.
Yeah, concert's the next one.
Oh, that's a tough one because you drink too much at a metal concert and it can get tough in the pit.
Sure.
you gotta be able to keep yourself together. So definitely like something lighter, but I do like something a little stronger flavor wise for that. So I'd probably go something dark lager like Negra Modelo would be a great concert beer in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Also one of my favorite beers of all time. Negra Modelo is a phenomenal beer.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. The last one is the airport beer.
Airport, you need high ABV.
Yeah, or it could be a cocktail too. So yeah,
we'll keep it to the beer though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love me a couple 2 fingers of bourbon and I'm good to go.
There you go.
But especially rye, give me as much rye as possible in my bourbon, and I'll be a happy man. But beer wise, I'm gonna go something a little more fun. Like, and they're hard to find in an airport, but like a barley wine or a Scotch ale.
Okay.
Something up there, higher ABV, heavier. You're going to be sitting down doing nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Might as well drink something that makes you want to sit down and do nothing.
100%.
Yeah, I'm going barley wine, Scotch ale, something dark, malty, heavy.
Okay. Next question is so what's something that helps you, besides beer, that helps you maybe calm down at the end of the day after a stressful day?
Oh, man. I go home every day and 10 to 15 minutes, lay down and pet my cat.
Okay. All right.
We just have a routine. I get home, I lay down in bed, she jumps up on my chest and we just hang out and I pet her and I don't think about work. I don't think about anything.
That's great.
And it's my separation from work to leisure. Okay. That 15 minutes is my separation of that transition, I guess. And it relaxes me every day.
I love it, man. That's awesome. And what's your cat's name?
Mars.
Okay. All right. I like it.
She was adopted from a local beer garden that I used to frequent very often. And she was just a local feral cat at this beer garden. And the owners I knew well because of my connections, in the industry.
Yeah.
And they closed down for like 2 weeks at the beginning of every year. And this cat had clearly become dependent on them for survival.
Of course.
And so when they closed down, they asked me, hey, we know you love rescuing animals. Would you like to foster her for a couple of weeks while we're gone? Because we'd be worried about her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, absolutely, for sure. So caught her that day. And the second I got her, I was like, well, got to get him to the vet. I'm going to do all this stuff. And there wasn't a chance after that I was giving her back.
You were locked in.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
So she's my little beer garden kitty.
I love that, man. That's cool. And, one of the things I love about this industry is always the community. And I feel like even from all the stuff that I've seen and I've heard about Firemaker, it's like how much the community means to you guys. So like what role does the community play into your guys' brand?
It's huge. Since day one, even before I got here, we've always had a charity tap. Every month we have a different charity tap. And it's mostly rotated between charities that us, the employees and the people that run the company want to help. And so we've got a good range of people who helping a bunch of different stuff. So I'm always putting up animal charities, rescue charities, stuff like that. Tyler, our president, he's really into military, nonprofits and stuff like that. So we actually found one that's a nonprofit military for retired military dogs.
Wow.
We're like, oh, perfect for us. Let's do that.
Great.
And, we've done stuff for kids, for food, technology for the underprivileged, rescues constantly. Beer is community. That's what it is. And if you're not engaging with the community, it's not the brewery I'd want to work at.
Yeah.
That's the best way I'd put it. Yeah.
Of course.
So, we listen to our community. It's really we're going to make what our people want. If we have people come in here saying, you guys don't have enough sours? All right, we'll get some sours out for you.
Yeah.
People are coming in saying there's not enough IPAs? All right, let's make you some IPAs. In my opinion, I've been doing this long enough that I don't have any desire to put my stamp on something or be like, no, this is my beer. We're going to pour my beers that I want. I want people to be happy when they come here. I want people to have fun when they come here and drink what they want to drink. That's also why we make everything non-alcoholic, cider. We don't want anyone to come here and not have something that they can enjoy.
Oh, 100%.
So, our whole brewery is based on what the community wants, pretty much.
That's great, man. And with all the breweries that you've worked at, do you have any fun, kind of taproom stories that maybe you could tell us? Or if you don't, it's okay, but.
In what way? Like crazy shit that's happened? Good conversations I've had with
just
people?
Something funny. Could be like a bad brew day, or it could have been, or a long brew day or something like that.
I don't know if I have a single story, but I guess it's more just a general perspective.
Yeah.
I go in and out of having beers after work most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just go straight home after work for 3 months straight. And I won't have a beer in the tap room. I don't like to do that too much because then I lose a little bit of that community and talking to some regulars and whatnot. So I always try to remind myself, no, make sure we get back in the tap room for a little bit, have some beers. And, sometimes I love being out there talking to people and telling them, hey, I'm the head brewer. I created all this. These are all my recipes. And I'll tell you anything you want to know about it.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you've had the worst day of your life in the brewery. And you just want to sit there having beer and no one talk to you.
Yeah, for sure.
And you can do that and you're fine and that's happening. And then the bartender goes, oh, well, he's the head brewer if you want to ask him. And you're like, oh, not today.
Yeah. It's not one of those days.
Yeah. 75% of the time, I'm always happy to chit chat and whatever. But there's always those couple of days. And you're just like, son of a gun. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh. No, we all have our days, man. I get it.
Yeah. That's, I don't think I've had anything crazy taproom stories on, but just those moments where you're just like, damn it. Here we go.
No, I feel because there's days when I'm supposed to go down to a brewery early in the morning on a Sunday or Saturday to go record, and I'm tired and I'm hungover. But then the second I get there and the second I hit record, it goes away. And I'm sure the same with you. The second you start talking to them, you're
yeah, you get into it and you're like, oh yeah, actually we did this cool thing on this one or whatever.
For sure.
Yeah, once you get me talking, it's hard to stop. That's for sure.
Oh, nothing wrong with it, man. Perfect for this platform, so I'm good. I love it. We talked about music earlier, so what are you listening to when you're on a brew day or just working in the tap room or in the back room?
On a brew day, I prefer being on just my full shuffle.
Okay.
I like a wide range of stuff. I like underground hip hop, like I said, 90s female solo artists. I like really progressive technical metal. I like classic rock, Beatles, Pink Floyd, Black Sabbath, all that stuff. I like classical music, orchestral stuff, Bach, all that kind of jazz.
Oh, that's awesome.
Video game music is amazing. That's a new thing for me that I had not really realized was great. Recently beginning into some new Les Claypool, Sean Lennon, psychedelic rock kind of stuff.
Okay.
I'm all over the place, and normally I just like my playlist to be like that. I like a random genre to pop up at any time.
I love it. That's great. Even like video games, like you mentioned, I have a sleep playlist, and it has to do with video games, but it's like all slow piano versions of like Mario 64.
Oh, or like, nice. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, or like Legend of Zelda, or like Lord of the Rings. So it's all like mashed together. And usually if I'm having a hard time falling asleep, if I put that on, I'm usually knocked out pretty quick.
No, yeah, it works great for sleeping. Slow, classical / orchestral stuff. Perfect.
Oh, I bet. That's great, man. Next one's called the 6-pack. So we talked about the 4-pack. This one's a 6-pack. These ones are a little bit more rapid fire.
Okay.
So lager or IPA?
I'm trying to think less. Lager.
Okay. Hazy or West Coast?
West Coast.
Music or sports at a brewery?
Music.
Okay. Favorite drunk food?
Mozzarella sticks.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Favorite brewery outside of Firemaker?
That's a harder one.
Yeah.
Damn. Ooh, I want to make it quick for you too, but
you're good.
I'm going to go with Deschutes. I've never had a bad beer from them in my entire life.
Right on. Love that. I mean, I actually had some the other day. I was sad to hear that they were discontinuing that, the one they did with Kirkland or with Costco.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. Because it was like a, 4.2 Easy Crusher, Hellas. It was great. Next one is, if your personality was a beer style, what would it be?
Something weird, not mainstream for sure.
Okay.
Let's go with like a Kvik lager or something like that.
Okay. Right on. That's one I've never heard on the show, so it was perfect. Next question is, if you could have one pint with any historical figure or sports figure, celebrity, anybody in the world, alive or dead, who would you want to have a beer with?
Definitely a historical figure. My nerdy side project is Roman history.
Okay.
Ancient Roman history to me is the coolest part of history. And in my opinion, it can teach you anything you want to know about what's going on at any point in current history. Like
100%.
Yeah, that already happened. This isn't the first time. So definitely Roman history. Probably one of the bigger names. I'll probably go Julius Caesar.
Okay. All right. Yeah. What kind of stuff? What do you think he's drinking?
He's actually drinking the common man's drink. He's drinking some basic lager.
Okay.
Something mainstream.
All right. I like it. Next one is your Mount Rushmore of breweries, beer styles, and then also, are you a Braves fan? I'm assuming.
Chicago Cubs.
Okay.
All Chicago, all the way.
Okay. Since you're a Cubs fan, we'll do Cubs players too on the Mount Rushmore. So you got 3 Mount Rushmores you got to fill out.
So we'll start with the Cubs. Sosa.
Okay.
Banks. Or Sosa, Banks, Sandberg. And I want to do someone a little more modern, especially from the 2016 World Championship team. I want to go with Rizzo, Anthony Rizzo from that 2016. He felt like the heart. He felt like the soul of that team.
100%.
So, those would probably be my 4 for the Cubs. And then Mount Rushmore breweries, that would be Cantillon.
Okay.
I'll stick with Deschutes as one of them too. Like I said, even if it was a beer that wasn't a style I particularly like, it's always expertly made. There's never an off flavor. There is never something that you can analytically argue against a Deschutes beer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll give a little love to a local brewery here, small brewery, lager brewery called Halfway Crooks.
Okay.
All they do is make German lagers, and it's awesome shit.
I bet.
No bad beers. I love taking my dog to their beer garden on the weekends. They always got soccer going on in the beer garden to watch.
Okay.
They're definitely not like a world-renowned, brewery by any means or anything like that for Mount Rushmore, but just great beer. And
that's great.
this is going to be a bit of a throwback, and I'm not even sure if they're around anymore.
Okay.
But I'm going to say Logsdon Farmhouse Ales. I don't know if you were ever into them.
I don't remember, no.
They were out of Mount Hood, Oregon, and they did saisons. They did saisons and sours and foeders and Brett beers and all that kind of good stuff. And just as proper and as natural as you can make them. Just amazing brewery. And that brewery turned me on to Belgians and saisons and all that stuff. And I had a good 4 or 5 year period where I was obsessed with that stuff.
Next question is, if you could bring something. Oh no, we didn't do styles, did we?
Yeah, we Mount Rushmore styles.
Yeah,
oof, that's the real hard one.
Oh yeah,
alt beer.
Okay.
Goose. Those first two are really easy. Like those never change. Last two, Keller beer or Zwickel beer. I love a raw lager.
Okay.
Just that non-filtered, little bit of extra body to it.
Mm-hmm.
So good. And then I've got a sour. I need something dark. Well, it's kind of dark. West Coast IPA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so good.
Delicious.
Gotta have some hops on the mountain. That's
for sure, brother. Are there any like specific hops that like you've been brewing with lately that you really been intrigued by?
I wouldn't say necessarily lately, but I am an enormous fan of Mandarina Bavaria. I think that is one of the greatest hops of all time. I absolutely love using that hop in a strawberry sour that we do. And I also like using it in I did a smash beer with it for a German Pilsner.
Wow.
That was awesome. I just absolutely love that. I like Cashmere a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I also really like Galaxy. It's hard to beat Galaxy and IPAs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an interesting one for me too, because I think you can easily get away with it in a West Coast IPA.
Yeah.
Even though it's clearly made for New England's and hazies. But I think that the peach character goes so well when you pair it with a really piney hop or really citrusy hop that it just works really well on West Coast. I'm actually making a West Coast next week with Galaxy in it. So
okay, I like that. That sounds awesome. Like, how do you feel like? Because I love them, but it's just you don't see them on menus. Or like, how do you feel about like single hop beers?
Absolutely love it.
Same.
Smash beers are some of my favorite beers of all time.
Yeah,
we did a smash beer series for a little bit here a couple years ago, and I mean, as an analytical beer drinker for a lot of my life, smash beers are the best way to analyze flavors.
Oh yeah,
there's nothing interfering, and I think that's awesome. I struggle a lot and wonder how that connects with consumers as well, because from my brewing analytical perspective, it's awesome, but are they looking at it the same way, and do they appreciate it the same way? And oftentimes they do, but also some people just don't get it, and I can understand that as well. But I love single hops. I think the simpler you can make a recipe, most beers will get better.
Oh yeah, and I feel like too, like it's like you said, it's like the analytical part. It's like those beers can be like the educational beers, right?
Yeah, that's how you learn.
Yeah, because you try that one with Citra in it, and then the next time you have a beer with maybe 2 or 3 hops in it or 4 hops in it, you can try to find those Citra notes, and you can know what to look for while you're drinking it. So I love that. That's fantastic. Couple more questions for you. First, I want to say thanks, man. I know I've been having with my schedule and everything like that, it's been rough, but I'm really grateful.
The last time I forgot, I was just having beers with the guys after work, and I was like, oh shit, it's 6:20.
No, you're totally fine, dude. No worries at all. Said life happens. I'm always like, I'm always open. If you ever have I'd love to do this again sometime. And if we ever do, like, if there's a time that works, I just want to be mindful of your time, but also if there's ever a day like, hey man, something came up, don't even worry about it. We'll make it, we'll change the date. So
that's basically how the industry works every single day. Something came up.
Oh yeah. There's something's breaking,
Well, we're in there's always like 2 to 3 months of the year at a brewery.
Yeah.
Everything breaks.
Yeah.
And we are in it right now.
Yeah,
the boiler, the chiller, the hot water heater, and the food truck. Like every week, it's like, what do you mean that's broken? Yeah. It's been 5 years since.
Yeah, why? Oh man! But the next one is it's if you could bring something back from when you were a kid that's not around anymore, what would it be?
Can I kind of do the opposite?
Yeah.
Where I go back to something the way it was as a kid, not the way it is now?
Yeah.
No internet.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think we started to really get internet. I'm 38, so
I'm 39.
I think it was maybe 10, 11, 12 was when like we got a personal computer for the house or something like that.
Yeah.
And internet's awesome, but it's gone too far now.
Oh, yeah.
I think we need to step back a little bit.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I miss the days of playing outside, man, as a kid. Or me and my buddies would play video games in the house, but we would still always make time to go play football outside or go play basketball or go do something out there.
Going online was an activity in of itself.
Yeah.
That was like, hey, I'm going to go hang out on the computer for a little bit, not just always be on the computer all the time.
Exactly, yeah. And I'll admit, it's hard too, especially with, it being in our pockets, right? So it's just goes around with us everywhere. But yeah, there's got to be some kind of disconnect.
Yeah, that's a big thing I like about golfing is that I put all my technology away.
There it is.
I don't have a rangefinder. I don't use an app on my phone to get the yardages. I don't track my score on my phone. I don't do any of it.
There you go.
Put it away. I just want to be away from it.
Yeah, that's why they give you the little scorecard.
Exactly.
That's all you need.
There's markers on the course, how far away you are. You'll figure it out.
There it is. And I would just lose probably a dozen balls, probably playing 18. But
that's why you buy the cheap ones.
Yeah, exactly. You just buy the range balls.
Yeah.
Last question, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
If you had to describe yourself in one word, what would it be?
Intrigued. Everything intrigues me.
All right.
You talk about something, you bring up something I don't know about or haven't heard before. Let's talk about it. I don't care what subject it is. I'm going to ask you endless questions about it, and I want to learn something about it.
I love that. And I can see that, honestly, even when you were talking about the different, the unique ingredients, I could see how something like that would intrigue you, but then also just the intrigue you have and you can clearly tell how much you care about your craft, and then you care about the music, what you're listening to and metal and all of that stuff, everything kind of, and the Cubs, of course, but everything kind of in plan. So that, I think that totally fits.
And honestly, I think it's why beer has fit me so well. I was really lost in life. I had no direction. I didn't know what I was going to do.
Yeah.
I didn't have a career. I didn't have a degree. I didn't have nothing going on.
Yeah.
And, but I like learning these things. And the second I grabbed onto beer, it's been 15 plus years, and it's not a day I'm not learning and figuring out something new every single day I'm on the job.
Yep. And they create, the creativity never stops in beer. So yeah. I love that.
It's not necessarily creativity in making the beer. It's creativity in how can I make it more efficient?
Yeah.
How can I package this better? How can I order my ingredients so that they're cheaper? And yes, there's still lots of fun stuff to do with the beer, but there's just every other aspect of it when you get kind of more into the management stuff as well.
Yeah.
Of just always learning, always trying to improve it. And then you figure it out, and then the consumers are like, no, we want brewed IPAs now.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I just built my brew house to make West Coast.
Yeah. Back
now I got to change it again.
Yeah. Oh, man. But I always say, good old Frank Sinatra used to say, that's life, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to still make money no matter what I'm making, and life's going to go on, and it doesn't matter if it's a West Coast, a hazy, or a brewed IPA. We're still making something we enjoy. And
oh yeah.
So
I wish brutes were more popular out here because I love them. I love that super. That West
are they popular anywhere? Do you know?
Probably not.
When I moved to Chicago, so that was 2018. There was a year where brewed IPAs were.
Oh yeah.
Were popular, and then after that, I don't even know if I've heard the phrase again.
Oh, probably not. Yeah. Yeah, you just you don't hear it anymore. When was it? I think it was January of 2024, maybe, or maybe it was January 2025. My buddy who was a head brewer at a brewery out here called Burn in Daylight, And we did he's like, let's do a collab with the pod. I was like, oh, hell yeah, let's do it. So we did all that, and we were like, what do you want to make? I was like, let's make a brewed IPA. But we just called it a West Coast, but it was a brewed IPA, and it was called Brutes of Our Labor.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
Yeah, and it came out really, really good. It was everything I wanted it to be.
I love the naming styles that the beer isn't, just so people will actually buy it.
Yeah.
Like the Alaskan Amber Ale, that's an alt beer, everybody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It says so on the bottle. It says Amber Ale style beer.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no way in hell they'd sell it if it was called an alt beer.
Oh, yeah. It's like ESBs. It's like no one's going to buy an English Special Bitter. But to just call it, I mean,
call it a pale ale, it'll be fine.
Yeah, and that's it's not even bitter. Like that's but I mean, I guess the English should have thought of a better name, or maybe it wasn't them. Who knows?
It was bitter 200 years ago when they made it.
Yeah,
they haven't had a Lagunitas Maximus 1000 IPA, 1000 IBU IPA yet.
Oh yeah, one thing I will say, because I do like them danky sometimes, but I do not miss like the IBU wars. That is one thing I will say.
That I don't miss at all, and that bothered me only because scientifically it didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because I believe the human tongue can only taste up to 85 IBUs or something like that. Anything above that, your tongue can't even discern a difference.
Yeah.
And 1,000 IBUs is only mathematically possible. Scientifically, you can't get that many alpha acids to dissolve in beer. So like 120 is as high as I think you could possibly go or something like that. Like, I'm like, well, now we're just throwing out random numbers that don't mean anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh man, the first craft beer I ever had was and most of the people on the that listen to the show, they always know this one, but I always say it anyway, was a double bastard.
I mean, it was a great beer though.
Oh, I grew to really respect it and like it down the road, but my first ever one, I was like, what is this? Like, what would I just put in my mouth?
I don't know what happened. My Stone was actually my craft beer epiphany.
Okay.
It was Stone Ruination was my first 6-pack I ever bought as a legal 21-year-old, and just going, that's a cool gargoyle.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And I brought it up, and they're like $18, and I was like, what?
For 6?
And I was a college student, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And that started it all. That was that, oh my God, I don't know what that is feeling. Just set me off on everything I ever wanted for craft beer.
Oh, I bet, man. That's so cool. And like I've not blowing smoke or anything, but you have an amazing story, and I think it's really cool. Like working at somewhere like Kona and then kind of seeing your journey progress along the way, and to see what you're doing now with all the creativity, with all the different beverages that you guys have there. I think that's really you have such a unique and really cool story.
Oh, appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a fun journey. That's for sure.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. And we could talk a little off air, but I just want to say thank you again. And everybody, if you're in the Atlanta area, you got to go to Firemaker. You got to go check it out. Try all the different, because even the cider stuff, I wanted to talk to you about cider stuff, but maybe we'll save that for a part 2 of an episode.
Yeah, for sure. That's been a fun situation. We purchased an already existing cider brand that was going through some issues and kind of assimilated them, brought them into our fold. So yeah, there's a cool story there.
Okay, awesome. Well, we'll do that for sure. So we'll stick around and chat, but tell the audience about everywhere where to go, all the different locations you guys have for Firemaker.
Yeah, so our main location where the brewery is all produced, or where the beer is all produced, is at 975 Chattahoochee Avenue in Atlanta, Upper West Side, close to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, close to Truist Park. And then we have a second location in Griffin, Georgia. That's pretty much straight south, a little bit southeast of the city, about an hour away. That's more restaurant focused, but we also have 2 golf simulators in that location. So if you want to go play a little indoor round of golf while you're drinking your beer and getting some food, you can head down there. And that's our current locations, but we're keeping our eyes open for a north side location as well.
All right. Awesome. Well, thanks again, brother. I appreciate you coming on, and tell the owner I said thanks for letting me take you away for a little bit.
Absolutely.
And talk to you.
Thank you so much, Mike. Appreciate it.
All right. Cheers, man.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I had a great time with Kevin. And what a great dude. And hopefully next time I'm out there, we can, have a few beers together, maybe do a round 2 or maybe even a round table. And speaking of round tables, getting together with Bridget, Yvette, and Tyler. So hopefully we're working on a date right now. We have 2 dates in mind. I think we're gonna lock all that in soon. So hopefully. Yeah, next week's episode is the Lake Arrowhead Brewing episode with Travis. And then the week after will be the Miguel episode. All right. I need some food. And then I gotta get ready. So yeah. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you guys have a great Sunday. And I hope you get out there and support local, drink local, and find your beer. Cheers.